Best podcast in the world. Wagwan. Best podcast in the world. Wagwan.
Dre along pan a topic, Ali pan a rocket. Muscle confusion in my try make logic. Dre yourself stop it when Rochelle upon a unicorn. Common sense coming back to base like a uniform. Wagwan. Best podcast in the broadcast. Listen when indoors, listen first class. Talk about enough things make you start laugh.
Best podcast in the world. Wagwan. Best podcast in the world.
Wagwan, everybody, Wagwan.
Yeah, we're there.
Greetings from the Most High.
Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. We have a YouTube channel. If you don't already know, now you know. The YouTube channel is the Wagwan Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share any of our content. Feel free to tell a friend.
Yes. And if you want us to talk about something that you want to hear about, email us at wagwanpodcasts@gmail.com, WAHGWAN podcast@gmail.com. Again, and we're also on Instagram. Follow us, comment. Yeah.
We're also found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, and all your other favorite streaming platforms. If it's a platform for streaming, we are definitely on it. Make sure you check us out.
Rochelle, how you doing?
What's up?
How you been?
How are you?
How you been?
Not too bad. Could have been worse. Not too bad. How are you?
I am doing fantastically well.
Mercy.
Mr. Baba.
Big man like Dre.
You see.
Yo, my mash up right now. I'm doing terrible. Sick for 2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks already?
Yeah. But me still I give God praise. Still giving God praise.
You have COVID?
Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I never took a test, so the answer is no.
Are you kidding me?
Never. Them not stick up no chip in my nose. No chip going in my nose.
They're not gonna do it. You can do it yourself and test at home.
Yo,
I got mad kits. You want me to give you one, Ali?
Nah.
I have mad home testing kits. I can send one to you.
How you feel about Oculus Rift and Metaverse is how I feel about this.
Who you talking to, Rochelle or me?
Yeah, Rochelle. Rochelle, you gonna get on the Oculus
Rift? First of all, I don't have no problem with Oculus. I want an Oculus for myself. I saw a video yesterday. First of all, this lady who put on the Oculus in the middle of a store and literally crashed the whole store. Okay? I have 4 Oculus, 100%. Okay.
I have one.
Oh, word?
Really? Okay, I'm coming over, Jay. I'm coming over.
I don't know if it's an Oculus. I have a
one that connects to the phone.
Yeah.
I saw those. How is it? You tried it?
I mean, it's cool. I didn't go outlandish. So I just looked at some of the free stuff that you could look at, like the ocean and look around and see. That's kind of cool, but the interactive stuff I didn't do. I'm not going to be crashing into my TV.
Imagine being able to stand on the court in a basketball game. That would be so wicked. You know, floor seats. I'm really thinking about that. That's why I'm interested.
So I actually did a roller coaster with the Oculus, and it was pretty much amazing. I sat down, nothing beside me or nothing like that. And I'm telling you, it was crazy.
Did you have headphones?
I was really... Yeah. So basically, you had the headphones with the Oculus over it. So you felt, not that you felt the wind, but you kind of hear the wind and you did the little creaky in the... drove you
Are you
crazy, right?
serious? That
Yeah, they
is
did.
scary.
It was it wasn't scary, but it was like you were in a real roller coaster for real, real.
Like you
So it
feel
was
it when you're going
amazing.
down and up, right?
Yes, yes.
That's how
That's
Like
powerful the
you're
line
crazy.
leaning
is.
forward in the chair, like you're doing the leans, you're doing everything. It was amazing.
You lean with it, rock with it. Okay.
Lean, rock with it, snap with it, everything.
Yo, so Dre, what we
Alright.
are dealing with
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
So today, I know you probably thought we were going to talk about the Oculus. We're not. Um, Mr. Baba thought we should mansplain what men think women want. What women
Mhm.
want, the mansplain
Men's
version.
edition.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
And then we
so
can, in the next episode or a further episode, we can get women to,
to come
debunk.
and smash all of this foolishness we're about to get into.
Yeah. And we got Rochelle here. We got the amazing Rochelle here to smash it now,
Thank
too.
you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate
Rochelle,
that.
smash our dreams. Smash whatever we think is reality. Kill my
Mercy.
ego, as Mike said. Hurt me.
well, based on the last the most recently posted podcast, one thing I thought women like was a hairy man. That was debunked
Mercy.
sharply. Sharply.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
What else? What
There was
else,
a
Mr.
there was
Baba?
a
What do
there
you
was
think,
a
women?
there was a time for that though, and I guess the time has passed. So
Yeah.
maybe it will come back into play because girls really love a man with a beard too. Am I right,
They do,
Rochelle?
Mercy.
Rochelle. That's true.
Yeah, just whew. Again, for me, it's I think Dre always said this, like every something have a something a bush. How to say it,
Yes,
Dre?
yes. Every moldy bread has its moldy cheese.
There
Mm,
you go. So I believe for some women it's a must, right? Some women may maybe put it on the listen, I'm not even going to negotiate. We go need a full beard. Well, some women are like, nah, I just want you. Just have a cute face, and if you want to have that clean, that's okay too. Because if the beard gonna be the struggle beard of the century, we can go sit down with that as well. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So,
I
so
feel like, yeah.
is it something that women want, or is it because it's a fad right now and they got used to seeing celebrities do it? The cute celebrity they like does it, so my boyfriend got to do it, or I want a guy with it. Like, is that, could that be a, like the situation here?
So I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen a lot of guys who were looking, like a three, and they got that beard going, and they jumped up to a good
Hmm.
7, almost 8.
Drake.
A
Drake.
beard can bring you to new heights. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen guys who had hair and they were like a 4 and they bald that head and then they had the beard and there was a good 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you
Wow.
have that nice ability to get that beard, worse when that beard meets the goatee, I mean the mustache. Ooh, come on,
Yeah. Yo,
come
I'm
on
trying to
now,
force my
come on
beard
now,
right now,
sisters. You
but it's
already
not
know.
growing.
Then
I'm
leave
gonna
it
go. I'm gonna
alone
go
and just
buy a
be who
beard.
you are.
Yo, you gonna
Be
put
who
a weave
you
on your
are.
face?
Oh yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay,
go
and they
buy
do
a
have those though.
beard.
They do have those. They do have those. Okay, they be selling them. Amazon got it. I'll send you the link, Dre or Ali, if you need it.
Yo, it's a whole bunch of catfishing going on these days.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I think that women want, and I'm talking about more than 50% now. I think for the most part, women want security. We always, I'm gonna always go back to the money. For the most part, women want security
Finally, you admit it.
because no woman want to have sex in the street. Um,
mm.
You
they
could do it in
want
the alley.
they want to be catered to. They want to be, a man that can rub their feet sometimes. A man that can cook for them. They want a man that asks them how their day was and really mean it and really listen. They want a man who they can say, yo, something, they had a problem, and 3 weeks later, a guy can be like, yo, I brought you this gift. And she's like, damn, this nigga really listened to me.
Rochelle, you see what this dude is doing?
I agree with Ali though. He ain't lying.
Ali's
This is the
talking
part that
about
I'm going to agree
himself.
with. Ali out here marketing himself. Ali
I'm
said, I
telling
need
you,
you
this
3
dude
wives,
posted his
so I'm
resume.
throwing out my line. Feel me?
You funny, Dre. You mad funny.
But
Oh,
I
man.
agree, though. I believe it doesn't matter when it comes to looks. It's everybody for themselves. Probably what looks good to you, it's not what floats my boat. But I feel all women, it don't matter. You want a sense of security. You want to know that the person who is with you will be able to defend you, right? Not just, but even if it's like the wind is blowing, he'll stand in the way of the wind so I don't get that 100% wind, or just little things. But somebody who is going to be a provider, not necessarily it's all about money, but provide happiness if I'm feeling sad, provide a positive word if I'm not feeling my 100%. So just that support system that you need. And I think it goes both ways too. I think men would want that. I don't think they'll probably say that, but I feel like all men want somebody who's going to support them and just be positive, and just keep it 100% of the time. No, let me not say that. Because not everybody can handle 100% of the time.
Right.
So let me pull that back. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So I've never thought about what women want.
Shame on you, Dre. Shame on you.
Well. So let me.
Dre, I refuse to think like that because I've seen your interaction with your family, and I see when you go home, you bring gifts for like everybody. So obviously you were thinking, what is it that's going to make your wife smile, or something. I've seen you do that. So maybe you don't consciously do it, but subconsciously you are doing it.
So all right. So when in terms of sitting down and thinking, esoterically, what do women like or what do women want? I've never done, because I've always been one of those guys that's I'm gonna do me. So if either you like me for me or you don't like me for me, I'm not because then I'm gonna end up in the situation where we were talking with Sharice, where I'm gonna send out my representation, right? And you gonna fall in love and like my representation, and then one day the real Dre is gonna come out. So I just come real from jump. So I've never really so obviously I've been with women, so I'm a firm believer in chivalry. I open the doors. If my suit wasn't so expensive, I would have thrown my jacket down so you could walk over the puddle. Like I'm that guy,
Lord.
right? But so I never really spent the time.
Can we just walk around the puddle?
We could, sure. I didn't throw my jacket down. I just told you it's too expensive. I'm not gonna throw it down. But so we definitely gonna walk around the puddle. So like catering, like I have no problem catering to my women, right? So whatever it is that they want.
Hold on, Dre. What do you mean by women?
But Dre, how did you how do you know what they want?
I mean, I ask. I'll give you an example. So when my wife and I met, right, the Christmas and birthday conversations came up, right? And, she wanted me to surprise her. I'm like, hell no. I need you to give me a list. Not gonna waste time. I'm one of those guys. I walk in a store. Who work here? You don't have to follow me. You work here. Where do I find so and so? I'm not walking around the store for 5, 10, 15 minutes looking for a product. You
This
work
is where
here. Hey,
this is where me and Dre disagree. I believe in spontaneity to the maximum.
good. So I'm like, you give me a list of 3 things, and depending on the price of the 3 things, you could get all 3 or you could get 1. I don't want to waste my time going to buy something and then you got to return it or you don't like it. And then I'm like, oh, but I spent so much time trying to figure it. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, you want? Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Okay, cool. Now I have something to work with. I'm busy. I ain't got time to be sitting around thinking if you want, toenail polish or if you want a bag. If you want a bag, tell me you want a bag. I'll go buy you a bag.
Rochelle?
So I'm not. I ask the women what they want, and then I get to work doing it.
Rochelle?
And you know what? Again, I love this approach
Ooh.
because a lot of men refuse to ask. And a lot of men, because of this refusal, you go get something that you think we want, and we're like, what? Trash. That's trash. But because we are nice, we take it. Right? But that's definitely not what we want. But
Dre
a
missed
lot of
all
men
that.
refuse. And nothing is wrong with being spontaneous and blah, blah, blah. No problem with that. But if you want to not be injured or your ego hurt, when we're like, babe, can we return this? Or whatever, right? The best thing to do is just ask. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Because we will tell you. Like, I'm going to tell you what I want. If I don't want nothing, I'm going to tell you I don't want nothing. But if I want something, I'm going to tell you what I want. And I'm going to be very explicit in what I need.
Does that mean you don't like surprises?
I love surprises.
Every woman likes
How about
surprises,
asking
bro.
me what I want 2 weeks in advance and then not telling me when you're going to give it to me and surprise me when you're going to give it to me? Like, oh my God, baby. Oh my God.
It's still a surprise.
I would never.
Surprise you with what you want. I like that.
Surprise me with what I want, but you don't tell me when. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, let's say I was like, oh, babe, I would really love if like one day I'm at work and you just like send flowers or chocolate or the one where you can eat the fruits. I forgot what the name is.
Edible
and then I'm at work and then I'm just like,
you want some,
delivery
girl?
for.
You want some? My boyfriend, my husband send it.
I'm gonna be like, oh my God, who would do this? Oh my God. Oh, I'm the most surprised person. I'm so grateful. It's gonna be crazy. You get what I'm saying? So it can be spontaneous because you can have conversations and ask me, baby, what do you like? What do you want? Blah, blah, blah. If I was supposed to surprise you, what would you want it to be? These are things that you can say, but it doesn't mean you're going to do it the next day. But at least you have a list of what I want and you can surprise me. Boom, bang, bang. Several different times throughout the years of all these things that I very much want, but I don't know when I'm going to get them. Does that make sense, Ali?
Nah.
Yeah, but that's not.
Ali
that's
wanna
not
do
fun.
what he wanna do.
That's not fun.
He wanna do what he wanna do, and you gotta like it. You heard the fuss he made about the flowers. He's still mad about that 7 years ago.
Listen, Rochelle. This is how you sound to me, Rochelle. Throw me a surprise party, but I don't want to know when it is. But I want it to be a surprise.
Yes.
That's perfect.
That's what I want every year.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
The problem
it's gonna be a
is
surprise. I don't know where it's gonna be. I don't know what date it's gonna be, but I know I'm having a party.
the problem is
you know
it's
nothing.
coming. You know it's coming, so
No,
that
I
takes away the
don't.
element of spontaneity.
No, I don't. I don't know where it's gonna be, or when, or what time, or who is coming. I don't know none of that.
So here's
But
the
I go
deal,
need a
Ali.
surprise party.
Yeah, tell me, Jay.
Women have needs, right? And we kind of touched on this before. It's more efficient to get to the point. So if you know what she wants, why would you go buy her something she didn't tell you she wants? And then you, as Mr. Sensitive, you're gonna get mad that she don't like what you got her because you spent the time and effort and money to go buy whatever it is you went out to buy. And she's like, oh, but I just wanted the shoes that me and you were talking about. Remember, I sent you a picture of the shoe.
Yo, you know what's funny? I actually bought Tani for her birthday this Coco Chanel perfume. And she said, thank you so much, but I don't like floral smells in perfumes.
And Ali
If you
was
ask
all
her
in
what
his
kind of
And
smell
I was
she
like, yo,
likes,
I said, yo, change it. It's nothing. Change it. It's nothing.
Whatever.
Get what you want.
Whatever.
Get
You
what you
little
want.
liar.
That doesn't hurt me because you know what? I bought it with the intent that, yo, I love this smell. I like it. I would love it on a woman. And I had the right intent. So whether she gonna change it and get something else, 2-3 months later, she ain't get nothing else. She was like, yo, I went back there and I didn't like none of the other scents, and the other one I wanted was $200 more than the one you got me. So I just have it here still.
Oh, not only didn't she like your cologne, your ish was cheap.
I
Damn.
mean, you ever heard of, you know, that really expensive one? You know that really
Nope,
expensive
I
perfume?
don't know that really expensive one.
Yeah, nah, we talking about 500. We talking about 400 or 500. I'm
So
not
you
spending
bought
that on a
a
friend.
girl who is not your. Oh, you're saying that's the one she wanted.
Yeah, I bought her like $150 Coco Chanel.
That is, okay, for a friend. Hallelujah.
You're funny.
So I think what women like or want is, well, not I think, I know. Men want security, right? So they want to know every day when they wake up that the man they have is theirs, right? They don't have to worry about other women, you know. They don't have to worry about, you know, what will happen if I'm not keeping tabs on him. They want that security in their relationship.
I could go on his phone anytime I want.
Yeah. Why not? Y'all in a relationship. Here's the phone. Look at what you want.
Here's another thing I'm going to add to that. I think because men are logical creatures and women are emotional creatures, what you're saying to them doesn't matter as much as how you are saying it.
Mm-hmm.
If you say
that annoys the crap out of me.
Me too, because 2 + 2 is 4, Dre.
I'm telling you.
2 + 2 is 4.
But the
It
last,
don't depend if it's
the
raining. Hold on. Rochelle, go on, Dre.
The reason you bring this up, you wrong. Rochelle, if you ain't noticed, when we do the shows, the stuff Ali brings up is stuff that happened in his life. The reason Ali just brought this up right here, he wrong for that. Go ahead, Ali. Why don't you enlighten us on why you brought this up, or do you not want to say it on air?
What's that? Remind me. Refresh my memory.
The situation with your girlfriend.
No, what happened?
All right. So okay, fine. So Ali told his girlfriend, he advised his girlfriend not to do something, and she didn't. And Ali's like, she didn't obey me. And I'm like, she not your kid, that's why. He's like, but it don't matter. She should have obeyed me. And I'm like, see?
Oh, the word obey.
So,
yes.
Yes. So Ali's like, so he's like, one-on-one make two. So his thing is, if I said it another way and she did it, she's still obeying me. So it's the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, but when you use obey, you're talking to your kid. You're talking to your animal. You're not talking to your partner.
Why don't people's mind go to God first and foremost? And Rochelle, what are your thoughts?
I, especially being a teacher, how you say something is everything. Like, for me, in my life, right? Because you've been like mentally prepared for that. A lot of times the way how you greet somebody can turn off your entire class for the day. So because I practice that in my classroom, that is something that I also practice in my life. Right? It doesn't mean that there are not times that I'm very dry and I just don't care, but the majority of the time I make sure how I say something is I put care into how I say something. And for women, it is a big deal. We want you to keep it 100%, 100 out of the time, some of us, but at the same time, you can be careful how you do that. So instead of saying, oh my God, that just makes you look fat, just say, babe, I really appreciate if you wore something, a different dress, or I love this dress, but not right now on you, or something like, I don't know.
You
But
can't
just,
handle the truth.
I can, 100% of the time. However, how you say something is
Baby,
everything.
you look
It's
fat. Put on
everything.
an all black dress. You look fat in that one.
So you really don't want to have a girlfriend anymore, Ali. You really just want to be single for the rest of your life. You're heading
See,
for singleness, and you're
I
crying for it.
got another one for you. Women want you to lie to them.
Ooh.
Women
That's a good one,
want
Dre.
you to lie to them.
That's a good one. That is true. I'm going to say that's for more than 50%.
Especially the ones who for the last 3 months been saying, damn, I'm getting fat. Then they go look in the mirror and say, babe, how I look? You
Right.
definitely don't want me to tell you the truth right there.
Yes, Dre.
Women
Big facts.
want you to lie to them. Rochelle, what you think about that?
I think both of you are delusional. I don't think women want you. I don't think women want you to lie to them. But I feel this very much ties in with what I just said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I believe when we learn a language, I remember relationship is also a language that we have to learn. You have to learn your partner's language. So I feel when you have a relationship with that person, you're going to know their language, and then you're going to know trigger words, and you are going to know words that is going to give strength or whatever, and not just very dry right there. So I don't think it's lie. I just think it's how you say things. So I think it ties in very much with what I said earlier.
So blunt people should be with blunt people.
Cross, hungry, miserable.
Not every blunt person can handle bluntness. I've seen that. I've seen people who want to give bluntness, but they can't handle an inch.
Yes.
They can't handle a second of,
you know
of somebody being blunt with them.
Yes, my
and that
cousin
is
was
the part
like
that
that.
gets me. Yeah, they always say, oh, I'm a blunt person. And you're like, okay, you want me to be blunt? And then they die. They die when you tell them one thing blunt. Right?
Yo,
so I think,
true.
again, it's just knowing the language of the people around you.
Yes. Women want an orgasm every time they have sex.
Yes. What is the point then? What is the point? Not one, not two. We want as many as we can. Have it our own way. Burger King.
Multiverse.
Multiverse. Metaverse.
Yes, that's what me like.
Softballs, Ali.
Yo.
Listen, if that isn't happening, I don't know what is the point. What is the point of this?
Women want to confuse a man.
Yes. Yes, Dre. Oh, Dre got two. Dre, you're 2 for 2 right now.
Women
you are 2 for 2.
Want you to cry and be all sensitive and share your emotions. And then when you start, they'll be like, man up. You're always crying.
Yes.
I can't stand this nigga. Be like a woman. We both be sitting there crying together, handing each other toilet paper.
Yes. No, man. You get that one there right.
Wanna drive a man crazy.
Yes.
Okay. I think no.
Yes.
I just think that men have been taught, socialized, that crying is a sissy or not a manly thing to do. And I think there is such uh I don't want to say stereotype. But it's scorned upon for a man to show any form of emotion. And I think that not only goes for the men being taught that way, but women have been taught that way as well. I think now this conversation has changed, and a woman is like, we like it's okay, like you can share. But I think the problem comes in again with the socialization. It's okay to share, but if every 2 days you're over here crying, like what is happening? But the thing is,
See,
a lot of people, hold on, a lot of people are so hurt, and a lot of men have suppressed their feelings for so long that when these feelings actually start coming out, it is almost like the cup was overflowing and never got a chance to release itself. So women have to learn that when you're saying you want a man to express his emotions, that a lot of times there's so much going on that it's going to take a while for him to express all of that. And let us not belittle our brothers, but encourage them and strengthen
Yes.
them and embolden them to say, listen, I am here. This is a safe space. Go ahead. If you want to cry every night, cry every night. I will hug you up. Come on, my bosom. I will hug you up. We will
Yeah.
get through this together.
this girl
Dre.
is here spouting pure unicorn stuff.
Yo, Dre, you remember in Fax News? You remember in Fax
Yes.
News?
Yes,
Girl.
yes.
She want her man to be faithful, but she throwing girls at him to see if he'll bite.
Okay,
Dear
but that
God,
is one
goodness.
person. But that is one
Uh,
person, though. You can't base everybody off one person.
That's true.
Nah, y'all do that stuff. Yeah, you just said it yourself. You just said, yeah, share. But when the man, when you open the floodgates, it's hard to close it back. Now you gonna complain.
Yes, and that
he's
is why I
crying
said,
every day.
and that is why I said we have to be supportive. And if
Load
that
the
is
man,
what
make
he
the man
is,
cage up his feelings, them, and keep
no,
them inside.
no. And that
And be
and,
man
and
up.
do you know what studies have showed? Do you know what studies have showed, Andre? When men do that, they die at least 10 to 15 years younger than their female counterparts that actually share their emotions. So we're losing a lot of men because of this stupid stereotype that started with colonizers. We need to cut it down. We need to put it down. That's why we're losing a lot
Dre
of our
ain't gonna
men.
give you that
We
one.
are
Don't- Don't
no,
talk about
it's
white
true.
supremacy to Dre.
Google it.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Man,
Okay,
look,
where did it
we
start?
Can go,
Hold
we
on.
can go back.
Where?
No.
Where? Okay. So
I'm
hold
going
on. So
back
my
before.
question is.
No. Wait, no. I'm going back before colonization.
Oh,
Before
Lord.
colonization, you have countries in Africa that were never colonized, and them man there, those men in those countries that were never colonized, they are manning up. They're not wusses. They're not feminine. They're manning up. And they were never colonized. So you
So what
cannot
is
blame
so what is manning up?
colonizer for this. Huh?
What
What is
is
manning up?
this manning up we're talking about? Not
Manning
crying?
up is understanding that life is what it is. Sometimes it's gonna be tough, sometimes it's not gonna be tough. And when it's tough, you deal with it and you move on. Don't sit down and dwell that you gave the girl flowers and you cut it nice and put it in a vase, and 7 years later you're still fussing about the flowers. Man up! The girl didn't like the flowers, move on. Don't sit down and come crying now. She never liked my flowers.
Yo, women want to keep all of their money and spend yours too.
Well,
Facts news.
that's I actually agree with that somewhat. I do.
That's what
That's
they
a
want.
shame.
I'm not saying that's what happens. I'm saying that's what they want.
That's a shame.
Why, Dre?
That's
Why?
a shame.
Why?
Because women always want to talk about, oh, we're a team, we're a family, we're this, so then how come it's just me sharing?
Right.
Because you're
Why
the
is
team with money. Just because it's one team is not everybody going to push the ball into the hole. Okay, there you go.
Mhm.
It's 2022.
You have specializations.
2022. We are both employed. That's the first thing. Second thing, you guys want equality. What happened to the equality you've been looking for?
I just said that. That's
No, I
what I
missed
just
it.
said. I
Say
said
it
that
again.
it's a team. It's a team, and on the team, not everybody go push the ball in the hole. Some people on the team is to just make sure that nobody else come down here. So other people so everybody in the team, even though it's one team, we have specific functions, and maybe the function of the woman not to do the financial part. Not to say that is true in our relationships, but a woman loves her money, and nothing is wrong with that.
Yes.
The man said, "You know,
So,
want be the head, you know, want lead with the money. Head up with
so
the
a
money.
man.
Mm.
So
Lead
wait.
with the money."
So a man don't love his money. A
I
man
don't
don't
know.
love
You know,
his
so you
money.
want lead. I said, "Uno want to lead. Uno say, Uno is the head, and Uno is the lead, and Uno have to make all the decision. Make the decision with the money that Uno go spend out of your pocket." That's what I said.
So there's no room in your feminine mind, right? For where the woman share her money with the man.
I mean, I share my money, but I'm saying if I had a choice, I would be like, "Yo, baby, just spend your money. I good. I got you."
Say what?
I say, if
Uh-huh.
I was in that position, I would let my partner spend all his money and I just chill, but I don't do that. But women love
Oh.
their money.
Okay. So then since you just said that, then women want to freeload.
Men
Is
too.
that right?
Men too. Let's
Is
not
that
forget
right?
that. Men too.
Hold
Yes.
up. If the
Women,
man is
men
the
too.
one leading with the money, how you gonna say men want to freeload too?
Because there's
How
some
is
Hold
that?
on, hold
freeloader
on,
men
hold on.
too. She's saying
I
there's some
said that's
freeloader
what
men.
we would love to do, but I never said that is what is actually happening. It's two different things.
Yeah.
So what is actually happening is that, and I feel this goes 50-50. I think in a lot of relationships, you have women that are freeloaders, but then coming up, especially with these millennials, you have a lot of men that are also freeloaders. So it goes both ways.
So you talking about them good for nothing dudes?
Oh, I mean, if you want to call
Yeah,
them that, some
I don't
women love
call
them
those.
like cooked food, and some women will do anything for them. Right? Just be home and
Well,
I'll take care of you, baby. Just make sure that in bed you break it down and you put it back together. I got you. You know, like you have a lot of men who are living that life today.
well, that guy's working.
No, he ain't working. Staying at home.
Yeah.
When women were housewives,
Oh.
Una never said they were working. When women were housewives, a lot of people did not say they were working. So all they do is stay home and take care of the kids and not acting like that is a 9 to 9 job. But we don't talk about that.
That's true. That's true. Okay,
Women,
All right,
women.
there you go.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Baba. Go
women,
ahead, Baba.
women want. This is gonna be a 3-part. Women want to take pictures. They want to get dressed up, and they want to have experiences. I think me as a man, I can totally bypass a lot of experiences and be like, yo, I'm going to grind until I'm at a place where I don't have to worry no more. And I'll bypass all vacations until I get to that point. But for women, they want to do that along the journey too. They want to have those experiences a lot more than men.
Absolutely. I agree. I think women are the reason men go on dates, like, and go to new places. I don't feel like, well, you know what, let me not generalize, but I feel like the majority of women, like, we were, okay, let's go to the museum. Oh, we heard about this park. We heard about this new restaurant. Oh, we heard
Yeah.
about this new, you understand? Like, men don't wake up and say, oh my gosh, I found this amazing place where we can eat
Right.
ice cream
Yes.
and we can and have juice and have brunch
Because
or
he's
whatever.
thinking
Men are
about the
not doing that.
$300 bill.
But we want to enjoy all of that. Like my girlfriend, every time I call her, she's like, "Oh, and we're gonna go here." I love her. She's the planner of our group. I'd be like, oh, I want to do something fun. She's like, okay, did you try here or here or here? And I was like, oh, thank you. Already got 3 ideas. There's no guy in my phone I can call and say, I want to do something fun. And he give me like 3 spots. No, he might tell me RPM or, but nothing out of the box. A lot of times those ideas do come from women. Not
And
to say you don't have men.
That's because for the most part, when a guy is going, he's most likely gonna have to pay for everything.
And he can pay. That's why he should choose, because he knows his pocket. He should not allow the woman to choose, right? He should. If men were, if you're on it, then you should be able to choose where you want to go. Get that Groupon. You know what I'm saying? Get them little. Yeah. Listen, if a guy carries me on a date and he has a Groupon, I'm gonna be like, look at you. That's a turn on, because he knows how to spend his money. I'm like, okay, this is not enough budget. I got you. And I will find Groupons for us too. Okay, but some men are proud as well. Like, yo, I ain't gonna do no Groupon. Okay, pay the $1,000 bill. That's on you.
I think women
again.
Women love pictures more than men too. Men is just like, like me, when I look back at a picture, I'm like, damn, I'm so happy that I took this picture. Taking the picture at the moment, it's like, oh, I hate pictures. But women will have 10,000, 20,000 pictures of selfies in their phone. They love pictures.
All right, so this is where I'm going to split it in the middle. I hate pictures. Like, I look at my phone to send a picture, and I haven't taken a picture in like months. It's ridiculous. But I know guys who they take selfies all the time. So I just think I think like, okay, I'm gonna tell you this, D. I'm gonna tell you about this. Okay, are you ready? No, I don't think so. This guy at my school, my girlfriend did a substitute for his class. Okay. And this man got a whole mirror in his class to look at himself when he's teaching the kids. Okay.
Oh, that's wild.
Okay.
I've never heard of a mirror in a class.
Guys, me neither. I never knew. I didn't even, I'm just in there to teach. I don't want to see myself teaching.
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But, so I've seen a lot of men taking steps. So I think it's like 50. I think it's just who you are. If you're a vain person, then of course you're gonna take a lot of pictures. But if it's just like, I'm good, I'm cool, then I don't think it bothers you. Maybe more women than men will probably like selfies, but I'm not into selfies. I'm not into pictures. Like, if I'm like, oh, it's been so long, then yeah, maybe. But I'm not a big fan of pictures.
Yeah, Dre?
I think women want a remote control for their man mouth.
I think men want that too for their women mouth. I think that goes both ways. What do you think?
They want to control 2 different channels though. The women want it for the man. The women want it for the man to eat.
Say that again?
The women want it for the man for nyam them, and the men want it so the women don't talk as much.
Jesus. That episode is over. Do you wish you were a part of that episode?
That's what I want. That's what I said. 2 different reasonings. Am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
Oh my gosh.
Because y'all both hit a good point. Both of y'all want a remote for each other. Y'all both made a good point, but I was saying 2 different reasons.
Yes. You're right. It is 2 different reasons.
Sometimes men think women talk too much.
And I'm saying sometimes women want a man to shut up and just listen. That's what I meant when I was talking about her.
Not necessarily come up with a solution.
Right. They just want to vent.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
I agree. I think a lot of times, and I'm going to generalize here, I think a lot of times women are normally the fixers, Or because we're so maternal, well, some of us are so maternal, we always want to make you feel better. And for us to do that, we feel that we have to offer or, or wisdom or, try to console you in some way. It's not done in a way, it's not done maliciously. It's more done because we want you to feel better. Like I am a fixer. That is one of my greatest, I don't want to say downfall, but if it would be one of my pros and cons, because I want to fix everybody and make everybody happy. I hate to go into a room and see sad people. Like, why are you sad? Why aren't you smiling? Is everything okay? I want to make it better. And I think sometimes because of that, I always open up myself for a lot of hurt. And I am always drawn to broken people because I want to be fixing things. So I'm going to go find the one broken person in a crowd. If everybody in the crowd is fixed and that one person is broken, watch me end up talking to that person before the end of the night, which is crazy. But that's just who I am. But now I'm learning to set boundaries and say,
that's so true. Yes.
It's okay. It's
that
okay
is so true.
to see broken people and listen to the brokenness and say, okay, I am so sorry that you're going through this at this time. I know that that is enough. But not many people know that. Not many people are there yet on their journey.
Yes. And even if you're with a man too, you don't have to change him. You can accept who he is. A lot of women want to change their man to be what they need, as opposed to just accepting who he is.
Ali, I don't agree with you with a lot of things, but I 100% agree. And I think a lot of women think that marriage or a child is the way to change a man. And I'm here to tell you, sisters, no. A matter of fact, marriage and a child, trust me, if that is how he is before the marriage, after the marriage, he's going to get worse.
Picnic now, old man
worse.
again.
Picnic never did hold a man. And it's never going to happen now. Okay? So, yeah. But I agree.
Some women, not all, some women want what their group of friends want.
That's true. Because they don't know what they want.
So if they see their friend get married and have a big wedding, that's what they want. And that's what they're going to bring to their man, when not necessarily their man and them have that arrangement or believe in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, you see that, Rochelle? This is Ali life again, innit?
Yo, I went to a wedding the other day, and I could just feel the collar, the wetness around the men's collars, because they knew when they got home, their women was gonna say, "Yo, what's up? We've been dating for this long. What's up? When are we gonna do this? Have this special day?" I could just feel it in the air.
So Ali, let me ask you something. You ever gone to a wedding with one of your girls, them?
No, never.
And he will never go because of this.
Never.
Exactly. I'm afraid. He's afraid that he's gonna go there. Listen, every woman wanna be Cinderella. Almost every last one of them wanna be Cinderella. And Cinderella, two things women want. Here we go. Women want to be Cinderella and they want to have a doll, which is why they want to have kids, so they can have their own live doll.
Them love dollios.
Yes. They want their own Ken. They want their own dolly house. They want their own doll.
So this means that Disney has programmed what women want then.
I agree. 100%.
For sure.
Because you have to remember, if everything that you're watching growing up is, a guy's going to come and take you away from this miserable life. And what do they say at the end of all these beautiful cartoons? And they live
after.
Why I mean, why not? Why shouldn't, why is it a crime for me to get my happy ever after?
They don't show the woman having to cook meals every night.
Right. Okay, why does it have to be the woman cooking the meals every night? Why the man can't cook something? But
because if the man is paying all the bills, should he come home and cook too?
But if if
Oh
I'm
boy.
working as well, hold on. If I'm working, and you just said women need to pay too, right? So if I'm working and I'm already paying half the bills, like you are, anybody that gets home first can just turn on the fire. It's okay.
I agree,
It's okay.
1,000%. I agree, a
Okay.
1,000%.
All
I
right.
love Dre.
But again, it's
Dre,
all
you
about
ever cook for your wife,
socialization
Dre?
again.
I don't cook.
Dress up in nice, cause me stay you up on the grill, around the grill for everything. Stop it nice,
Okay,
both of
okay.
you.
Hey,
So on
hey,
special occasions,
Okay, okay. You change your mouth.
I will
Chef Dre,
grill.
come
But
out.
yeah, but like generally, my wife does the cooking in the house now, and that's partially because like I've cooked fish for her before, and I burned the fish so bad,
Oh,
she
jeez.
plays like
Nah,
my
Dre did
wife
that
is
on purpose so he wouldn't be asked
nah nah
again.
nah nah nah
How
nah
you burn
because
fish, Dre?
because I didn't know how to cook. I still don't know how to cook fish. They say you put the fire you put the fire really high and then turn it down, right? You
You could
put the
cook it in
fish
the
in
oven.
and well, I was frying the fish because I wanted to do an escovitch, right?
Oh, okay.
So you put the fish in the frying pan, and depending on if you either overheat the oil or underheat the oil, the fish gets stuck to the pot, and then you're trying to dig it off of the pot. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess.
Okay, so just couple rules. Just couple rules for the fish frying. I am the queen of fish frying, by the way. Um, so you have to make
I'll
sure
pay
that
you to
the
come to my
oil.
house and cook some fish.
All right.
Nah, teach
But
you,
Dre,
Dre. You
you
gotta
came from a
teach.
party. You didn't like the fish that I made, or you
I
only had
don't eat
chicken.
fish. I don't eat fish.
Oh, okay. Nah, don't
Remember
cook
say your
something
wife
you
say
don't
all
eat.
bust off the
Nah,
chicken head, you
don't
know.
cook
Remember say
something you don't eat.
all the fish head. Remember say all the fish head you and bust off. Remember that.
She
Okay.
did.
The
She
thing,
did.
yeah. So the thing is, you have to make sure the oil fish ratio is perfect. That's the first thing. Know how big the fish is, and then know how much oil to put in there. If you have a non-stick pot, then that is the best one to cook fish. Just in case the oil is not the perfect temperature, then at least it still will not stick. However, if you have a pot that is sticking, it is best to put some garlic in the oil. And then you watch the garlic. The same color you want the fish, the same color you take out the garlic. So if you want the fish to be a little bit for the darker side, let the garlic fry until it is that color. Then you take out all the garlic and you put in the fish, no sticking, and the fish come out perfect every time. It is. I always keep my fire on high because me just not like cook long, but my food don't burn because I have non-stick pots. But these are
Wagwan
just the tips.
recipes. You see it here?
Yeah, yeah, we're ready. This is our live
women
cooking
want
segment.
women want a man who will teach them something without making them feel stupid for not knowing. Something that may be common sense.
But I think that goes both ways. I think because I feel like a lot of men don't want to learn something. Like, so the rule is for women, like, even if you made the suggestion, you have to let the man feel like he's the one who came up with the idea so that he can go along with it. So I think it goes both ways. I think nobody wants to be told what to do. I think everybody wants to feel a sense of entitlement in, oh, well, I made my own decision. So I don't think it's
Yes.
women. I think it's more a generalized statement.
Okay.
What do you think, Dre? You like when people tell you what to do? We're going over there?
Or teach you. We'll teach you.
Yeah, I don't. I look. I'm all for wisdom. So if
Okay.
if the woman is imparting wisdom to me, I'm soaking it all up. So I'm not one of the. I don't. My ego isn't that big. So I don't have a lot of the
We have
hiccups
to take
that
a
a
poll. We
lot
have
of.
to take a poll on that one. We have to take a poll. We don't know about that.
A
Women-
lot of the hiccups guys have, I don't have. Go ahead, Ali.
Women want a man with clean fingernails.
Yes,
Them no want no man with
because
not
when
dirty
uno want to stick
nails.
them in all the place, them must be clean because then infection and all these things. So absolutely,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
And some men have to feel like them have to stick up everything. So you have to go make sure them the nails are clean. If you know to stick up like on a police.
Women, women want a man with a car.
Mm.
It's 2022.
Uber
Overreaching.
everywhere. Uber everywhere.
Oh, so you have money. So now you have Uber money.
Uber money, yeah.
No. I want Ali. Listen. So now you have Uber money.
Dre is right though.
That's
Yeah,
all
they
I'm
do.
saying.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
They do.
then if you have Uber money, baby, we Ubering every day. What are you talking? Good.
That's true. That's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute. Like if you live in the city, it's a different ballgame because okay, babe, I'll take the 5 and I'll meet you over there. Blah blah blah. We can do that. But if I live in the country, how we going? Then how we going? Where are we going? Because everywhere we going is not walking distance. How are we gonna reach?
That's true. Women want to never admit that they were wrong.
Oh,
I admit I'm wrong all the time.
That's
I admit I'm wrong all the
Facts
time.
news.
In your relationships,
I don't mind. I was wrong. I'm sorry, babe. I'm a big girl.
You see,
I told you, babe,
listen.
I'm a big girl.
One thing you gotta know with Rochelle, right?
Yeah.
Rochelle's apologies are BS, okay? So
mad quick, right?
Rochelle
Mad quick.
Rochelle will know Ali is gonna be pissed, but I don't care. I'm gonna just tell him sorry.
Right.
So
Hold on. So what are the rules for an apology? I thought an apology was telling the person that you're sorry for what happened. I don't know that there had to be a length.
Yes.
There's a sincerity. There's a sincerity that can be felt.
Sincere. You should be contrite, right?
Yes.
Contrite.
Rochelle's apology is just, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you hear what she said? She said it earlier. It's all about how you say it.
Yes.
So she's going to sound like she's sorry because
so you're
she's
assuming. So you're just assuming on me.
Very much.
Yo, a man will do something wrong and a woman will be vexed about it for 2-3 weeks. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me tell you something.
A woman will do something wrong and she'll change the topic to where the man now is confused and think he did something wrong again.
Bro,
that sound like
turn it
that
around.
sound like muscle confusion.
Nope. Ali, right. That's facts news again.
Yo, I'm telling you, I experienced this. It's like, hold up. I thought I was mad at you.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. So to me, that is not a woman or man. That is somebody who is gaslighting you. That is a whole different ballgame. I am somebody, if I am wrong, I will have no problem in saying, babe, I am sorry, I was wrong. Because one of two things. This is two things about me again. It's a pro and it's a con. I don't keep malice. I don't know how. And I don't hold people up in my heart. So the malice, no. I'm going to apologize. And if you don't think I'm sincere, that's on you. Because I am. And I want us to be best friends again. I'm going to hug you up and kiss you right now. Because I already apologized. Let's get this done. I ain't got the time. And that's me.
Yo, if you ever talk to any of your girlfriends, Rochelle, Dre, read stories on the internet, it is never ever the woman's fault why a relationship didn't work out. It is always the man's fault. And I'm just like, hold up. This is how evil men are? Like, it's never a woman's fault? It's insane.
But I think it depends on your partner. I don't feel like it's a one-way street with this. I think it goes either way. Because when you talk to both parties, they're blaming the next party. Nobody is ever saying, oh, but it's my fault. I've spoken to a lot of guys and they're like, oh yeah, and she did this. And I'm like, okay, but what did you do? So I feel when it comes to relationships, I feel like nobody wants to take the full blame to say, oh, it was my fault. I feel like they want to hand it off to the next person.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a people thing.
Yeah.
So I think I think women have done a good job brainwashing the world with the um the help of some men that men are stupid. And so whenever there is an issue, um it's usually the man fault.
Yes.
And you will hear it even with guys. Like, oh man, me and my shorty broke up, and a guy would say, what you did? As
Mm-hmm.
if women are just perfect and they don't have, that's what it is. Women want to be perceived as perfect.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There it is right
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Rochelle, what do you think? I'm sure you'd agree. Yeah, listen,
I
Rochelle
agree.
would
I
never go
agree.
against
Women
a
want
woman,
to
you
be
know.
perfect, and I think if you're not aiming for perfection, then what kind of person are you? Right? I don't feel like perfection can ever be achieved, but I feel you should be aiming for perfection in everything, in all aspects of your life. So, of course, I want to
Mm.
be perfect. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to achieve it, not in this life, because we're all imperfect. But at the same time, as much as I can be, I'm gonna go for them stars. I'm gonna try to be perfect in everything that I'm doing. You don't want to do that, Dre or Ali?
Mm.
Yes, for sure. But when
Okay.
when we when we don't hit perfection, we're like, damn, I messed up. But women will find, like Ali said, women will find a way to make the fault the man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
fault is yours.
Why you cheated on him? You know why? You know why I cheated on him? You know why
Right.
I cheated on him?
Right.
He this, he that, he this, he that.
Yes.
You could have left, but you stayed and cheated.
Exactly.
Women
Yes.
are, man, women are the best, what's the word? Pivoters. They
Yes.
can pivot a problem. Oh,
Yep.
Yo,
jeez.
to the point where you at the end of it, yo, 2 weeks later, you like, oh my God. 2 weeks later, you figure it out.
Yep,
You like, oh,
yep.
Well, you
I
know
should
what?
have
It's
said
not our
this.
fault. We have evolved at a faster rate than men. It's not our fault. That happened.
Now here
That's
she coming with the same thing again. Woman smarter than man.
there
Same
is
thing
Dre.
again.
You have said that. You, Andre, has
I know.
said that
I did.
on this
I did.
show.
I've been
And
brainwashed.
all
I've
right.
been
So,
brainwashed.
the
well,
fem
keep that same energy. Keep that brainwashing energy.
yo, the feminist movement, the feminist movement has made women want to think that they don't need men.
That's a tricky one. So it's not just the feminist movement that occurred. What occurred was that the government came in and said, if you don't have a man in your house, I will pay you, and I'll pay your
Yes.
rent, and I'll give you
Yes.
food, and I'll take care of your
Yes.
kids. So what women
Yes.
did, they took the men off the lease, off everything, and
Mm-hmm.
then the government gave free things. So it's not, it's, I don't, I wouldn't want to blame women. I would want to blame, again, colonizers. This is
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
this was
no, no,
done.
no, no,
Mm-hmm.
no,
No, no,
no,
no.
no,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no.
Me
on,
and
hold
Rochelle
on.
agree.
This
I got
was
your back,
done.
Rochelle.
This was done to destroy the black family
Yes.
and to effeminate, to turn our men effeminate.
Keep
That's
in
All
order.
100%
right.
what
All
happened.
right. All right. So let me shoot both of you
Agree,
guys in your
Rochelle.
foot.
Agree,
I'm
Rochelle.
gonna shoot
Go ahead.
both of you
Shoot
in
your
your
shot.
two big
Shoot your
foot.
shot.
My
In
big
your
tour. My
Mm-hmm.
two
big
big
tour. My
foot.
big tour.
Yes. Yes. So did you guys know that it has been said, I don't know how often it's done, but it has been said that Jewish people take advantage of those same setups in their family, but the women don't leave the men. The women don't make the men feel any how.
Mm. Damn, Rochelle,
The
you got us
Jewish,
there.
hold on,
You
hold
got us
on,
there.
Dre.
Nah.
You really cannot compare the black
My-
community to Jewish community.
Nah,
They
my
were
big
not
toe is
enslaved.
bleeding right
Yes,
now,
they
Rochelle.
went through the Holocaust, but they knew their background. They know their history. They were never asked to forget their whole life. They were never
What are you
treated as
talking
badly
about?
as they never. Hold on. Are you telling me that the Jews went through the same thing as the black people to this day in this country? To this day, right
Listen,
now? Are
listen.
you saying that? They are
First
still
of
getting
all,
money from Germany for
first,
reparations. To this
first of
day,
all,
they're getting. Have we got the $1 from America or from England
okay.
or from France
Wait,
or from anywhere?
Rochelle,
It's different.
Rochelle,
It is
I
different.
just need my
Roch,
school
Different
fee paid.
situation.
I just need my school
Rochelle,
fee.
you went
Mm-hmm.
off on a tangent
Mm-hmm.
that we're not even talking about. We're talking
Okay.
about. We were talking about. Uh, uh, you said that
The
the
government
reason,
give us money to kick
right?
out the black men.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
said you cannot
Mm-hmm.
blame the government for that because
I
Jewish people went through the same thing and they didn't kick out the men.
That's true.
But you have to remember that the Jews do not
Listen
even
to
put.
your friend.
Hold on. But listen, the Jews did not have never put their children's father's name on a birth certificate.
So
As a
then
matter
what
of
is
fact,
your problem?
what do you mean?
You
What do you
just
mean?
said
I don't get that question.
you just
Mhm.
yes, exactly. I'm trying to get you there. You
Okay,
just
get me
said
there.
right. You just said that the government was giving you money to keep the father out of the picture. The same
Mhm.
money the Jews took. So if they figured out a way to take the money and keep the man, why you guys didn't figure out a way to take the money
We
and
are
keep the
keeping
man?
the men. We are keeping the men. However, because of colonizers again,
Oh,
right?
jeez.
Our family structure is much, much different than the Jewish community. It's literally two different types of family structures. One family structure was literally smashed to smithereens. One family structure was kept intact because of your connection to where you're from.
True.
So again, because of colonization, because of Jim Crow laws, because of all of these different attacks on the black community, this is what happened. Because of the introduction of crack and cocaine into our own black communities, this is why a lot of women kick out the men out of their home. Because
Oh
first of
my
all, they
gosh.
took trades out of the school, so the men don't have no job, right? So number two,
Stop.
they're
We
like,
went
okay,
over this already. And I'm about to shoot you in
so
the other two Bigfoots.
no,
Hold on a second.
you can't.
Hold
Okay,
on
go
a
ahead.
second. It seems as though, because this subject was about what women want, and we end up again at white supremacy. It seems as though if the sky is blue, blame white supremacy. If the
No,
sky is
but
green, blame
this is
white.
a direct
Hold on,
connection to
hold
white
on.
supremacy. This is
If
a
the
direct
sky is
connection.
green, blame white supremacy. No. Where is
No,
personal responsibility? Where? Where is that?
personal responsibility plays a huge role. But if all you know
Slavery
is based
has been
on
done.
mm-mm,
Slavery
mm-mm,
has been
mm-mm,
done. Wait a second.
mm-mm.
How long has slavery been done?
Okay.
Ali,
It hasn't been done.
how
Have
1865.
you
long?
seen? Have
1860
you seen the prison system? It is
1865.
slavery. It is still
Slavery
slavery. I am
has been
sorry.
done
Nope.
since
It is not. It is not.
1865. How long
No.
Google been out, Ali?
No. 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 I disagree.
Ali,
I
I would
how long
disagree.
say
Google been
the
out?
late
No, I disagree.
1990s.
Late
I disagree.
1990s. Now, Ali,
Yeah.
how long it took you to find out about your culture, Mr. Baba?
Ooh. Maybe the first 25 years of my life.
First 25, but you know now, don't it?
Yeah.
You know now, right? So
I know.
I am going back.
I know a
again
little
to-
bit. I know a lot. I know a
That's
little
fine.
bit, but I know a lot. But I know a little bit.
Oh, Jesus, here's the muscle confusion. So let's get back to what I said about personal responsibility. There are, I am not going to say white supremacy don't exist because it does, right? White supremacy exists. I give you an example. And this is not an example of white supremacy. This is an example of personal responsibility. So I was driving one night and I changed lanes and I changed lanes without indicating. Now I am on a road. It's me and one other car on the road. The car is in front of me and he's in front of me. Nobody's behind me. Pitch black, no street lights, nothing.
And the
I
cop car was
changed
in front of you.
lanes, pulled me over, asked me, hey, I pulled you over because you changed lanes and didn't use the indicator. I said to the cop, officer, I'm sorry. It was an oversight on my part. And the cop was like, does your indicator work? Can you turn on your indicators? And I turn on my indicator. He walks to the back of the car. It's freezing cold outside. Walks to the back of the car, comes back to me. He's like, do the other one. And he goes to check the other indicator. He comes back. The indicators work. Why are you not using them? Sir, I'm sorry. It was an oversight on my part. I am accepting responsibility for the fact that I did something wrong. Now, there are a lot of people who lived in this country during the same times that you guys are blaming white supremacy or the white man for stuff. And again, I am not absolving the white man for whatever he did. I am just saying personal responsibility has to factor in. When the crack epidemic and the cocaine epidemic and all of these different epidemics that converged on the black community, there were black people who found themselves in these same communities and were not a part of it. So the folks who did now look, there are people who are in jail for doing nothing. I am not saying that white supremacy doesn't exist. I am not saying that injustice isn't around. I am saying personal responsibility have to play a role in the results that you see. You guys are saying that we went off on this tangent here. If you guys are saying the reason black men were not in the household was because the government was giving women money to keep the fathers out, and I'm saying, okay, no problem. Let's say that's the case because that was the case, right? Jewish people were using the same exact things that you guys were using, and they didn't kick the men out, but y'all did. So don't blame white supremacy for kicking out the men because it's y'all who kicked them out. Other people did the same things y'all did and didn't kick out the men. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
Rochelle?
saying white supremacy didn't do anything.
That is your explanation. However, I still stick with what I said before. Their family dynamic is way different. Their community is way different because they were not against all odds constantly like our community, right? Their women were not in the same situation as our community. They are getting money to this day from Germany. They had means and ways of hold on.
True.
Are you telling me? They are still getting money from Germany.
Do you know a Jew that is getting money from Germany?
Yes, I can tell you several of them that I work for personally.
That Germany sends them money?
To this day, they're getting money from Germany.
I knew one person
that was getting money from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
I'm picking up a rabbi in the morning. I will ask him.
Go ahead and ask him.
I'm picking up a rabbi in the morning. I will ask him.
I want you to Google it, and I want you to ask him.
I'm not Googling nothing. I know a bunch of Jews. I'm going to ask them.
Go ask him. To this day. So they were able to get money A lot of them came here and they got land. A lot of them, as soon as they land here, they get a home. They get all the benefits from the government without even getting a social. A lot of them get a whole lot of benefits because
you're telling me all this.
Hold on.
It doesn't.
Because
We gotta
I am telling you the reason. Hold on. You asked the question and I'm answering. And that is the reason they were able to keep the men in the home, because they had a plan A and a plan B and a plan C. A lot of black women who did not have a choice. They did not. It was either I put out this beautiful black man that I love, or I serve, or my children go hungry. And because of that choice, a lot of them.
Did you totally miss what I said? You totally missed what I said?
No.
The same money that you...
No.
Same...
What are you saying?
Are you telling me no? The same money that you are saying the women kick out the men for, the Jewish women took the same money. They took the same money and didn't kick the men out.
Dre, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Hold on. Because
I'm saying you're not listening. You're saying I'm not listening.
Because when I'm talking, I'll make you.
And this was another beautiful episode of Gwan podcast.
The last thing I have to say is that, again, when you have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C, it is easy for you to choose any one of those. However, the black woman, number one, you are living in dumps. First of all, let me tell you about the Jewish people, because you're the one who brought up Jewish people. The Jewish people literally buy acres and acres of land, or they buy a whole block.
Black people.
And it doesn't matter. Hold on. No. And therefore, it doesn't matter where you are able to get housing because you are of Jewish descent. You're able to get straight benefits that a lot of other nations were not able to access, because the Jews, first of all, majority of them accountants, right? They were all in great jobs. So therefore, they're able to go around the system in ways that people did not understand at the time.
Things that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. You're literally listing things that have nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Hold on. It all ties back. And that is the reason the Jewish women are able to keep the men in their households, and the black woman had no choice but to kick out.
Listen to what you said.
And
Wait
that's it. I'm done. That's it. I'm done.
You said, okay, so you're finished. Ali, she said, the prerequisite to get the money was that the man couldn't be in the house. Am I correct, Ali?
Yes.
And I said, other people got the same money, but kept the man in the house.
Yes.
So the fact that the man wasn't in the house, you cannot blame the person giving out the money, because other people got the same money. And this is where the logics and the 1 + 1 = 2 come in. You cannot tell me that the reason the man ain't in this house is because they were giving me money and you couldn't be here. But how come she got the money and the man was still there?
Yo, well, I'm here to say,
but you refuse to listen.
Listen, I'm here to say both two things can be true. Both of y'all can be correct. And now we know what women want. We got to do a part 2 to this where we have more women and men.
I hope it don't turn into white supremacy again.
But we'll see.
We should do this next.
A lot of the structures in the black community have been impacted by white supremacy to this day, this very day. So that is something that it cannot go without being stated as well.
So every conversation is gonna end at white supremacy.
Did I say that? I did not say that. However, I did say that a lot of the problems that plague the black community is because of systematic. Do you know what systematic means? It's in the system to this day. Couple Asians were attacked. What was signed right away? Okay. To this day, first of all, a couple white people are injured. What is now being signed in so many states? If you make somebody uncomfortable, you can da 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 da. Has there ever been one law
I don't
for
even know
to
what y'all
protect black
talking
people?
about right now.
And this is
There,
gonna be
there are many laws that were set up to protect black people. The civil rights movement was set up.
All those laws
for
have been given away with Trump. All of them, the little rat-looking man took away all of those laws as soon as he went in.
In which world
the
you
rat-looking
live
man.
in, Rochelle? In which world
What
you
are
live
you
in?
saying? Okay,
I
so
sent an article. I sent an article in the chat where the two separate occasions, people got arrested for racially. They arrested them for civil creating civil unrest, right? That's part of the civil rights. Which part? I did not hear that Donald Trump dismantled the civil rights acts. I did not hear that.
Took a lot of it. He took a lot of it away.
Okay, tell me what he took away.
Dismantled.
Tell me what he took away.
A lot of the universities right now are siding. Hold on. A lot of these universities are literally or have gotten away with taking away affirmative action. As a matter of fact, they use it as a way to tell you that you don't qualify for nothing. So I forgot the little rat-looking man. I forgot his name. But he literally went in and within his first week of being appointed AG, what is his name? He literally went through and he took, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you that information.
Yes, and that is what women want. Exactly. The wickedest podcast ever, Wagwan Podcast. Follow us on IG, Wagwan Podcast, WAHGWAN Podcast. You have something you want us to talk about, you can email us at wagwanpodcast@gmail.com. Are the wickedest podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Big up to people like Rochelle. Big up to people like Dre.
Yeah.